Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if
Kermit,
you're saying
like
not to do...
Yeah,
Wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy...
my wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I'm Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very tired right now. I'm so tired. It's like unbelievable. I just drove for 5 hours. Oh, my God. I got invited to like a second cousin's wedding in Pismo Beach. I thought I'd leave early on Friday. And I left early from work, but that was a big mistake because it was the worst traffic I've ever seen. I was just standing there still. I was like crying. The traffic was so bad. I don't go on highways. I don't even like driving. Okay. You guys probably know I have a lot of anxiety about things. I have anxiety about driving. I did not want to drive that long. Yeah, it was a family cousin's wedding that I went to, and I wanted Andy to be my date. Okay. Because I don't like going to weddings without a date. And now it's very clear that I really don't like going to weddings without a date because it's so awkward, you guys. You really need to have, my colleague said, a buffer. You need a buffer. You need someone to hang out with, like a little buddy. You need a buddy to hang out with, a buddy system at a wedding, because otherwise you're just like on your own. The photographer came up to me and he's like, did you come here with anybody? Do you know anybody here? I'm like, yes, this is like my family. I just find it weird. What am I supposed to do here? I didn't know what to do. So I just sat there kind of by myself a lot. I sat there by myself like most of the time. And I was like, all right, I just don't feel like going to like what am I supposed to say? I had nothing to say. I was exhausted. It was in the middle of nowhere. If I get married, I'm going to be near a major subway line or a major transportation, because this wedding, it was in the middle of nowhere. It kept getting further and further. The further I drove, the further it got. It was so far. And then it's in the middle of the woods. So you can't get an Uber. So once you get there, you're stuck. My dad met me out there and we stayed at different hotels because I said, if I'm going to go somewhere, I want to stay in a nice hotel. Let me just do that. My dad, he wanted to stay in like a cheaper hotel. So I stayed in a nice hotel. I did. I had to do it. I had to do something for myself. So I went to this great hotel. It was beautiful, right on the beach, on Pismo Beach. That was the best part. Fozzie loved it. I loved it. It was just gorgeous there, just gorgeous. And yeah, so I came home today. I started driving at 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning, I started driving. on the stupid 101. There's no avoiding that 101. Even if you go on the other streets, it goes right back to it. So I tried to not take that street. I tried to avoid it, but then I just ended up back on it so many times. I was listening to Wheezy and who was on it? And Bob on the Drunken Peasants podcast. That's what I was doing while I was driving. If you're wondering what I was listening to, I missed all these things because at the wedding, there was no phone receptions and I can't check Discord at a wedding. I think that might be against wedding policy to be checking Discord. So I didn't check any Discord servers during the wedding. So I missed a lot. There was Drunken Peasants. There was so much going on with Bob. Bob went to the hospital. By the way, don't be mean to Kermitarians because you're going to get some really bad karma. Bob got horrible karma. He doxed me. He threatened me. He threatened to kill Wheezy. And now, look at him now. This is crazy, you guys. Be good to Kermitarians because karma will get you.
Lisa, please die tonight so I can party tomorrow. I just need another reason to drink all that beer I'm going to drink tomorrow. And if she died, I'm making a lot of fucking people happy. And if it don't kill her, may it leave her with bodily organ damage. You know, I'm actually praying. I'm going to say a prayer. Let's pray right now. Dear God, please take Elisa Jordana tonight with COVID-19 for the good of all the rest of the people who otherwise will fall victim to her hatred. Amen. I put a beat down on all the goddamn KF. They're fucking hiding from me now. I got Weezy's real fucking information. He's a Canadian fuck. And I own every one of them motherfuckers. I got all their goddamn names and information. I'm suing every one of them motherfuckers. And I'm filing criminal federal felony charges on them. Anybody associated with Elisa Jordana is suckering you, fucking you, and trying to own you for the simple fact of content. And that bitch ain't worth fuck. She ain't no goddamn movie star. She ain't famous. She ain't shit. She was almost homeless 2 years ago. She ain't got a penny to her fucking name. I'm still suing her. I don't give a fuck. But if I see her, I'm gonna fucking hurt you, Weezy. Now, with that said solid, that if I see Weezy, I'm gonna try to kill the motherfucker. And I mean that.
You can't just reach out to people that you don't know that are in my life.
Yes, I can.
Do that.
Yes, I can. It's legal. And I'm gonna keep doing it. Don't worry about it.
You're going to keep contacting people in my life?
And every one of you's life. Some of you I haven't even started in on yet.
All right, so you've already reached my family. You've already reached my teachers. Just don't reach out to my job, okay? I'm just asking you that.
No, I won't do that till I have you served.
Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do 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 a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do.
Have something to relax my lungs.
A do ba do ba do.
So I can breathe better. Having a hard time breathing. Possibly blood clots in my blood. Not sure what's causing it yet. I had to call the emergency. Come pick me up at the house because I couldn't breathe very good at all. Like an anxiety attack. So they brought me up here to the hospital to give me this stuff here to relax my lungs, and the oxygen really helping out a lot. Well, I was feeling bad when I came in here.
Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Oh my God, where to begin with Bob? Number one, on the Drunken Peasants show, that was an early birthday present for me, and it was incredible to see. Wheezy kept it, he was nice, he was kind, he was basically everything Bob is not. He was dignified, He was respectful, and even tried to reach out and be say, you know what, let's be friends, let's get over this. But Bob, from the minute he was in the hospital, he's still hanging on to the hate. He's still hating against you. He's still hating against Wheezy and other people. He lives venomous and he's going to die venomous. And what's really bad about that is when people get that they're in an emergency room and they have maybe a come to Jesus moment and start to think about how they're doing things, he's learned nothing. And he's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the hospital did anything to him because he was still an asshole from his hospital bed.
But Elisa, may I say my favorite quote of the week? What is it you said? Jesus is a Kermitarian.
Yeah, Jesus has our back. I mean, I was happy. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your call. I'm going to bring up my co-host Wheezy because I was just curious what he thought. Wheezy, I was filled with joy when I found out that Bob was in the hospital.
Unfortunately, so was I have to be honest. I felt like it was immediate karma. Like the day before he went to the hospital, I said, Bob's blood pressure is going to go so crazy, he might have an aneurysm. He's going to end up in the hospital. And then the next day he was in the hospital. And then I thought, okay, maybe like you were just saying, maybe it'll calm him down. Like maybe he'll start being like, wait a minute, maybe I'm too angry all the time. But no, he doubled down, tripled down. And then even last night, he doubled down on the death threats on me. And it's like, he won't learn. He just won't learn. I'm sorry about your drive, by the way. It
was so horrible. You were right. I'm so stupid. I should not have done that because I don't want to, like, Kermit and Friends should be my first priority. And I didn't want to change the time. I don't know why. I just didn't. And so it was horrible. But you know what? The thing is, it's over. And now I'm home and I can focus on what's important, which is Kermit and Friends.
Absolutely.
So were you happy to be on the Drunken Peasants podcast, even though it was about Bob?
You know, I've been on there before one other time and it was about Bob. And I always watch it because I really enjoy those guys. And,
you do?
Yeah, I do. And Ben sent me a message on Discord and he's like, hey, do you want to come up and talk to Bob? And I was like, sure. And so when I went on there, they are so good natured that they really run that show perfectly. And I felt like, okay, this is good neutral ground. And Bob's not going to really have a chance to just like go venomous on me. And he does respect them to an extent to where if they talk, he'll be quiet. So it was actually quite nice. And I did extend the olive branch, but in the back of my head, I knew that he would self-implode. So there wasn't much that I could do to make him look worse than he's making himself worse or look. So it was nice. I like those guys and it was fun going up there.
Yeah, I enjoyed you on there. I hope you go on there more.
Thank you.
They obviously like you. That is great. I mean, this karma thing, it is so real because when I saw him, you know, he was threatening. He was calling my friends. He was calling my family. I called him to try to get him to stop. And that didn't work. And I said, nothing is working.
I was so pissed off that the way he was talking to you, because I was still going through my rage of the quitting everything.
Yeah,
and,
quitting alcohol. Or no, quitting
cigarettes
weed.
And tobacco, tobacco and weed, pretty much. That was it. But anyway, I was enraged. And I never usually get like that. But I was so fucking pissed at the way he was trying to manipulate you. And his venom. And it was hard to watch, completely hard to watch.
Yeah, so I wanted to try just one last time with him and see if he could be nice the way he was to us before. And he just refused to do it. And I thought, man, I'm just going to give up. And it was weird. The moment I gave up, he ended up in the hospital.
Jesus is a Kermitarian. That proves it.
Yeah, I really believe that. Okay, so what else has been going on? Because there's a Kermit and Friends newspaper. Did you read the Kermit and Friends newspaper?
I loved it. It was so great. I loved it. It summarized everything perfectly.
Okay,
one thing that did happen is I did blow my top again with Jerry, because Jerry was calling you a pill popper. He was saying all this horrible stuff about you. And then he was trying to like get Wendy to ban me from her show. And he was being absolutely horrible. So embarrassingly, I took the bait and yelled at him for about an hour straight.
Good.
And he had
deserves
this tactic.
that. Why is that bad? You need to tell him. He needs to simmer down. A lot of these people just need to simmer down, and maybe they need pills.
Yeah, I think he does need pills, and I think that what his tactic of arguing was so frustrating that it just baited me further, because as soon as I would talk, he would talk, and then as soon as I stopped, he stopped because he didn't want to hear the truth. And he was saying stuff like, Wheezy, I know Supertramp sends you formaldehyde so that you can dip it in your joints. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you're so retarded. And you're telling everybody this, like, nobody's going to believe you, dude.
Yeah, that
and the
is
things
ridiculous.
he was saying about you too, it made me mad.
No, he's saying a lot of bad things about me. That happens here. But it's sometimes like you just don't know how to handle it. With Bob, like he was a friend at one point. So then when he turned on me, it was like horrible, you know, and he did it in such a way where he's reaching out to people in my life. High Pitch, is this something that you've gone through before?
No.
No?
No.
Life is good for you? It's perfect?
Yes.
Never any problems?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What does High Pitch do on a Sunday? What do you do on the weekend, High Pitch?
We're about to take a nap. Really quick. I heard Andy Dick got arrested.
Yes. So that was really big in the news. He got arrested. I believe he was set up. I told everyone that asked me about it. I believe Andy Dick was set up to be arrested, and I believe that people are trying to sue him. And it's a really rough situation because he's vulnerable and he's not thinking clearly. So you can imagine in that kind of situation, and he's probably hungry. He hasn't showered. He's been living in an RV for the past few months, or at least a month now, I think. And so I don't think, like right now I'm so tired because I went on this trip and I feel like I'm out of sorts. I can't imagine, you know, Andy with the drinking and everything else he's doing, that he could think clearly enough to get away from a hazardous situation. So what happened was this young guy came in the RV where Andy was staying. They were flirting. They called me on FaceTime. They were necking, like they were on each other's necks. They were like being cute. I'm just like, at this point, I'm used to him being with guys. So I was just like, oh, that's nice, Andy. And he introduced me as this guy, JJ, as his new boyfriend. And I just thought, okay, this is Andy, whatever. Anyway, hours later, Andy was getting arrested for sexual assault.
Well, I hope that's not true. I hope he's innocent. And let's hope for the best for Andy.
Well, some more problems are happening because they keep putting these young guys in the RV, and the guys keep accusing him. So they're just doing it with like different people now. They're just trying different people. And so that's what's scary, is like who's next and what's going to happen next. And I would not be surprised if another arrest is coming very soon. But I kind of step back, Eric, because this relationship is too much. It's too heavy for me. It's too much. I can't take it. It's above what I'm willing to do. And you know, he was supposed to be my wedding, like this wedding I went to. He's supposed to be my date. And then, you know, he's in jail and he's bailed out, and then he takes his location off. So I can't rely on him. I cannot rely on him to show up somewhere or to do anything. So right now he's just like a friend, a bad friend, not even a good friend. Hold on, I'm getting a caller, Eric. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
As far as the Andy situation, it truly is sad, because I think anyone in these RV communities that have seen him understand his, let's call it, impulse control problems, and he is a perfect candidate to be set up. And I feel so badly for him. He needs to be out of that situation in a healthier environment. People were saying he was better off in jail. I'm hard-pressed to disagree with them. I was hoping if he were bailed out, it would be in a more supportive environment.
Yeah, I was scared when he got bailed out because I knew who it was going to be that would bail him out. It's always somebody. Every time he gets bailed out, it's by somebody that wants to take advantage of him. It's never just like, it's never a family member. Never. If I was a betting woman and they asked me who bailed Andy out, it'd be somebody bad. It wouldn't be family. So that's the problem, is the people that are bailing him out for a reason, and it's not because they miss Andy. It's because of another reason. They want to do something with him, or I don't even know. I mean, they're treating him like a monkey, like he's a dancing monkey right now. They're making him dance. They're making him perform. They're setting him up with like these young guys that are accusing him of sexual assault. I mean, this is a huge disaster, and I just don't have the capability to help anymore. I could set him up with Wappy. He has some friends that are pretty good, like Wappy and some others, and they've been reaching out to me. And I say, yeah, if you can get him, that's great. But I don't think you're going to be able to capture him right now, because they're doing everything in their power to keep a firm hold on Andy. And that's the problem. They have a firm hold on him. And yeah, he was bailed out with 10% of the bail. just recently. But yeah, I feel like there's nothing I can do at all right now, because even if he was here with me, somebody would take him from me and then he'd be gone. And that's just the way it always was.
Well, hope for the best, Elisa.
Thank you. I hope for the best. Thanks for calling. That was Peter, really great Kermitarian person. I have a bunch of videos to play, but let me just first tell you about the KAF news this week. This was created by Leaf King. You can help with this. If you see something going on in the community, like Wheezy on the Drunken Peasants, or somebody getting arrested, or sexual assault, or, some topic, something that's topical, you guys. So this is what the news is, the Kermit and Friends news, something topical. So the Kermit and Friends newsletter is here. What perfect timing. It's been one of the craziest weeks. And I wasn't even really a part of it because I was at a wedding a million hours away. So my fiance, Andy, was arrested on felony sexual battery charges this past Tuesday. I do claim, and I stand behind that he was set up. I gave an interview with the Daily Mail. And today, after Kermit and Friends, I'm doing a whole story, and another story to back up Andy and his innocence. So I gave an interview with the Daily Mail saying, I think this was a pre-orchestrated event so they could sue Andy or get some notoriety from it. I talked to him that morning. I talked to the accuser. They were in bed laughing, giggling, touching each other, cuddling, and necking. That's true. I saw that. I have a colleague that saw it. I was at work when I was on the phone FaceTiming with Andy, and that is what I saw, and that is the truth. That's what I saw. Okay, so the former Kermit and Friends COO, Trumpster Bob, found himself in the hospital Friday morning. Bob has been harassing me nonstop for months, contacting family and personal friends to spread vicious lies. So now karma put him in the hospital where he couldn't breathe. He was on a ventilator, I think. So just be good. That's the lesson here. Just be good, do nice things, try to be a good person, and you won't end up like that. Okay, it's just very simple. Captain Content, okay, is writing to me. Hey, Weezy, do you have access to Captain Content, who's writing to me on Instagram right now?
Just on Discord, I can hit him up for you. Do you want me to send him a link?
Yeah, just send him a link.
Okay.
Can I join the show and defend myself? Yes, you can. Yes, Wheezy is sending you the link. Okay, great. So this newsletter is really good. So just in case somebody goes on vacation or they're out of town like I was, and they don't have internet reception, they're in the woods, wherever. At some point when you get back, you could read the Kermit and Friends newsletter and get all the information. So Bob was in the hospital. This was bad. They thought he was having a heart attack. Okay, so Captain Content, what he's saying to me right now is that the rumors are far from true. I had nothing to do with Andy being accused of molesting. All right, so that's interesting because Captain Content is all over the news right now. So he's in TMZ, he's in the Daily Mail, he's on Radar Online. He is everywhere. And the reason why is because everything that went down with the sexual accusations and just everything that's gone on has gone down in his RV. And I can't even find the link myself. So it went down in Captain Content's RV. And so he's saying that he's not to blame. I'd like to blame everybody for this, except Andy, because I love Andy, but it really is his fault. Well, we're getting Captain Content here. Oh, it's the birthday girl calling me. Yes, Kermit and Friends. How can I help you?
Alicia, if you keep bailing Andy Dick out like that, he's not going to learn his lesson.
Okay, so you don't think so? Oh, here's Cappy now. Wow, he's here.
No, I don't think he'll learn his lesson. I think you're wasting your money, Alicia. I'm telling you, if you keep bailing him out like that, he ain't going to learn his lesson. He's never going to change.
But Wendy, I'm not bailing him out. I would never do that. It's the worst return on investment ever. Every time somebody bails him out, he just goes right back in there. So I don't want to spend my money on that. I work really hard all day, on the weekdays. And there's no way in hell that I'm bailing somebody out that keeps ending up in prison. And when I bring him here, he runs away and he ends up places. And there's just no way I'm going to bail someone like that out. But I appreciate that advice. Wendy, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday today, Wendy?
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday. Are you happy?
Thank you, Alicia.
You're welcome. What do you want to do on your birthday?
I want to see Kermit. That's what I want to see.
Oh, Kermit the Frog? You mean Wits?
Yes.
Oh, I hope he does that for you. That'd be great. I would love that.
Me too.
Yeah, you should be surrounded by people that love you. Everybody here loves you on Kermit and Friends. So you're going to be with the frog today. That sounds great. That's a great. See, I want that for my birthday too.
Yes.
So he's your favorite. Do you have a crush on that frog?
Yes, I do.
Really? Is he cute?
Yes.
Do you want to marry him?
Yes, I do.
Would you have a baby with the frog?
Yes, I will.
Would it be half frog?
Yep.
Would it be half Wendy?
Yep.
That sounds adorable, Wendy. Wendy, are you interested in hearing from Cappy, which is the guy that's big in the news right now for being the owner of the RV that Andy got accused in?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to bring him on. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. All right, that was Wendy. It's her birthday. Everybody reach out to Wendy and say happy birthday. Everybody welcome Captain Content.
Hello, how you doing? First of all, the accusations that are being put in place did not happen in my RV. Happened in an RV that is owned by another man. So I just wanted to correct you in that. All of this situation, none of it happened. Alleged situation happened in my RV. The reason why I'm being mentioned in the news is because the footage that has been, shown to the world was captured through my YouTube channel, and I guess that's why they're crediting me in some way. Some news articles speak of the what happening in my RV, but as I said, that's not true. The alleged events did not happen in my trailer.
Okay, so nothing with JJ or Sonic or any of the accusers happened in your trailer?
Well, Sonic, but Sonic is not has not accused formally. The authorities are not involved in the events that happened with Sonic. I don't know if you want to talk about what happened there, but
What did happen there, Cappy? What happened there?
so I went to bed and my friend Lewis woke me up, said that Andy was inappropriately touching Sonic. So I got out of the bed and I saw Andy was asking for some coconut oil.
He was asking you. Wait, he was asking you for coconut oil?
He was asking all of us for some coconut oil. I said I didn't have any. And when I got out of the bed, Sonic's pants were like halfway off, and I guess something was going on. Obviously, that was inappropriate. I mean, his junk was like not completely exposed, but his pants were unzipped, and his underwear was like halfway undone. So we woke him up and we asked him, "Yo, are you okay with being touched in a sexual way by Andy?" And he said no. We had to wake him up a few times until he gained conscious, because he was very, very intoxicated, to the point that even after waking him up a couple of times, he just fell straight back asleep. But the situation kind of kept on going, and finally, we slapped his face till he gained consciousness. We were very clear about it. Finally, we told him, "Dude, listen, you need to make this clear. Are you consenting to this kind of interaction between you guys?" And he said no. He regained consciousness. He kind of got out of the bed. He he threw a little fit. He was angry, like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?" This and that, and then he just left, right? And that's what happened. But the authorities never got involved about that situation, and that did happen in my trailer. Yes.
Because at Wappy's house, when Andy was at Wappy's house,
Yeah.
there's this really like unfortunate footage that I saw that people
Sure.
with Gucci's and you and Andy,
Right.
and it was just such foreshadowing.
What footage are we talking about? Could you describe it?
Yeah. So there was some footage, and Gucci's was on the bed, and you were there, and Gucci says, "Oh, we're gonna set Andy up."
Right.
Did you see that clip?
I think I can remember it. I have not seen it recently, but if I could perhaps defend myself from that being used as some sort of proof, or based actual factual way to accuse me. I mean, we were all drinking, having fun. I mean, Andy himself. Andy is a creative guy. He's a comedian. He's He's always got, kind of smart, insightful jokes. So we were all kind of like shooting the shit. And I guess we thought, when somebody who's a celebrity like Andy has this behavior, which was exposed from the beginning when we met, which is a behavior of being like, for what is considered normal, being inappropriately touchy. Well, since he met me, I was kind of okay with it. I thought it was funny.
I just want to ask you
But
one thing. So when
yes.
you were at
Can you
Wappy,
let me finish? Can you let me finish this? I thought it was like a very normal joke to make, like, "Oh, Andy, we're gonna Me Too you, right?" Because he's very touchy. He's a very touchy guy in ways that are probably considered inappropriate by most people in our culture. I would say, he's Andy Dick, and we were just hanging out, having fun, and I thought it was kind of funny. Oh yeah, I'm being groped by Andy Dick, this and that, and I was okay with it, But we did make a joke about it. Oh, careful, Andy, don't touch too much. We might Me Too you, But this is not the like. We are not. I am not some sort of like that kind of person who would actually do something like that, because I feel that is not only manipulative, but it's kind of evil to do. It's kind of like backhanded, backstabby. But what I will say is that, yeah, maybe he should have taken that as a warning instead of like like not like we're gonna set you up, but maybe like that joke could have been like, what, maybe your behavior shouldn't be that inappropriately touchy with people you don't really know that much, because you never know. Not me, because I'm not that kind of guy, but maybe one day that kind of touchy behavior might, find somebody that might get you in trouble for it, which has been the case multiple times apparently since I've been reading a little bit. I don't know, 2017, a couple of movies, he was dropped off for being inappropriately sexual misconduct, whatever, being too touchy. So, I think that me joking about, oh, we're going to meet you, Andy, is a very obvious joke for somebody that has a very, very, known like history of being like inappropriate in that way. That doesn't mean it's not an actual proof of anything that we would actually elaborate some sort of conspiracy with this guy JJ, who's the last guy who would collaborate in some sort of like plot like that if you actually knew him. But whatever.
okay, Wappy, you're muted. I know you have a lot of thoughts on this because you lived with Andy for a while, and obviously
Yeah.
you used to be friends with Cappy. Are you?
Isn't Wappy inviting JJ over now? I heard yesterday, and Gucci's like to his house to like hang out, and he's accusing me of setting this up. But he's like inviting the guy who's actually perhaps accusing
See,
this
look at him
guy.
like
Andy.
he just tries to step his way around. I think you may have manipulated JJ, who is known to be mentally ill. Like that's what you do. You prey on like mentally ill people.
Huh. Right.
That's what like you
Well,
even joked about
here's the
it.
thing,
Like
though. Here's the thing, though. When JJ was left behind with Andy in the RV, I made a point of let's try and get JJ back here, okay? When Gucci's came back without JJ, I told Gucci's, why did you leave JJ behind? What's going on? I called JJ and I asked him, are you going to come back? And he said yes. And that's the point when I decided to go to bed. And I also, I don't know how mentally, what JJ's, mental conditions are, but as far as I'm concerned, he's been living on his own for years. He's been, hanging out with all sorts of different people. He is independent enough to make whatever choices he wants to which people he wants to hang out with. That being said, I did make it a point to try and like get JJ back just in case. But he said he was going to come back, and Jessica too. Gucci said that she tried. Hey JJ, let's go back, but he insisted on hanging out. So if you want to blame me for this situation, I mean, I don't know. What can I say? Maybe I should have gone in and dragged him out against his will, but I think that's too much. Yeah, did I know any of this shit was going to happen? Did I know it was going to get like this serious? Obviously not. No. This doesn't benefit me in any way, shape, or form, man. Like literally, you think I've gained anything from this fucking shit? Maybe 100 subs, and now it's just like I don't know. But I mean, Yeah, I understand why a lot of people are saying, yeah, set up, but just look at it. There is no proof,
So
and
I'll tell you
it's
why
not
I
true.
said that, Cappy. I'll tell you why I said that.
Yeah.
I said it just because I heard you guys say, I forgot what it was exactly, but it was like something Me Too movement. And you said that on camera.
Yeah,
And
we made a Me Too joke about Andy Dick because he's super fucking touchy in inappropriate ways. Big deal.
okay,
Doesn't mean we're actually gonna fucking make a plot to set him up with this guy JJ, who is like, in my opinion, the least guy, the last guy that would like actually conspire in that way against somebody. Because from my experience, he's a person that doesn't have like, really doesn't have like a bad bone in his body. Like he wouldn't try to screw up somebody like that in any way. I don't think
okay. Let's hear from
anybody.
Wappy. Let's hear from Wappy. I'm just curious, Wappy. You have a lot of echo, but just tell Cappy here what you think. You guys used to be friends.
Set up. I just was in like a pinch. Well, there's a lot being said about Captain Content. I mean, even in his chat, like the chat sees a lot of like what's going on. You know, obviously they're watching the whole thing, and you know, I gotta say, man, Captain is not afraid to fuck someone over. You know, we can just say that at the very least. He is not afraid to screw someone over for monetary gain or to get famous.
Are you talking about your own personal experience with me?
Well,
or which?
that,
Who
also,
are you talking about?
Know,
can you give me an
other
example?
People,
just for example,
other people have said the same thing. You know,
right?
Even
can you give an example?
You have
of
bad
that?
blood with Gucci's. You know, she gets upset at you quite a bit. You guys.
Well, I mean, I think Gucci's. It's still here, living with me. You know, she's been living with me for a couple of months.
Is that a choice? Are these people homeless, Cappy?
No, Gucci's just paid her rent. She's got an apartment. She pays like $1,300 for in Washington D.C. And JJ he's got a home too in California. He's talked about maybe going back there. They don't know.
So
they're not homeless. They have other places to go.
Why are they going there on that RV with so many people? It just seems like such a difficult lifestyle. And it seems like there's a lot of partying and people are drunk and they're fighting.
Well, I don't know exactly why JJ comes here. Perhaps because we're his friends. He likes us. And I think same thing with Jessica. I think at the end, Jessica, we're all streamers. We have like this common interest in like broadcasting, interacting with the same community, just perhaps, you know, being entertainers or getting attention together. And also we get along. It's like, I think it's because of common interest in certain ways, right?
Well, I stand by what I said, man. I think like you'll talk your way in circles in any way you can get out of this, but I think I stand by what I've said. I think you are basically like the mastermind in this whole situation. You know?
Right. And that
that's what I believe. I'm just going to say that. I think that you manipulated JJ and not only Andy into a very bad situation.
Right.
That's what I think. I have to be honest.
Okay. I guess if there's any way you can actually prove that, but as I said, I try to get JJ out of there. I never intended for Andy to be, you know, accused of any of this kind of stuff. And that's all I can say, man. You think I'm behind this whole thing? Well, sure, man. I don't know how you're gonna prove that shit, honestly, because it's not true. But that's fine.
So
I have not really gained much from it, believe me.
Okay, so Wappy, did you hear that? Did you hear that Cappy's saying he didn't gain anything from this experience?
In any case, in any case, as I said many times, I would benefit from being. And I got to state this, and this is true. People might not believe it, but when JJ came to me and he said, "I believe I've been raped or molested. What should I do?" And I said, "Well, man, I mean, one of your options, if you really want to, would be perhaps pressing charges." And he said, "Should I do that?" And I told him, "Well, listen, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can do whatever."
You put like
can I finish?
Man in bed with
Can I
Andy
finish?
Dick And
Can I
what would you
finish, please?
expect out
Let
of
me
that?
finish. Let me finish my statement, and then I'll listen to your criticism. Okay. So he came to me and I said, what can you do? I don't know. You can confront him. You can beat him up. Or if you want to. And he ended up saying that he wanted to press charges, whatever. I said, okay, dude. If you want to do that, you're my friend, and I'll support you. But I got to tell you that there's a conflict of interest. And I literally said this to JJ. I said, if you do this, I'm never gonna fucking hang out with Andy Dick again, and it's gonna hurt my business. And you think I want this? No, I don't.
How would
But you're my
it
friend.
hurt your business though? How are you seeing your business hurting?
Because fucking hanging out with Andy Dick is positive for me. I get more viewers. I get more revenue when Andy Dick is part of the show. Why would I want to separate myself and put this barrier now where I can't collaborate with Andy Dick again? Pretty much. And maybe I will be able to one day, but I don't think anytime soon, because this happened around me. This happened with one of my friends, and now I'm kind of associated with it.
Yeah. So are you upset to be associated with it? Or like how are you feeling? Like when the news broke, how are you feeling?
Well, I don't know what to say, honestly. Obviously, it happened, and now I'm kind of like tied to it in a way. As I said, all I can do is just give my version of what happened, what I saw, and maybe my opinion of what I think happened. This is not a good situation. Obviously, I'm not happy. There was a small part of me. There was a small part of me that was like, oh, wow, look, we're in the news. This is kind of exciting. But obviously, it sucks. It really sucks to that is because something like this, it's never good. Even though, oh yeah, we're on the news, this and that, people are talking about us. That's not even something good because it comes from something that is actually bad. And obviously, I'm not excited. I'm not happy to be tied to it. No, this is a problem.
So okay, so you're upset about being tied to this. This is not going to end.
This is not good.
Yeah, it's
this
not
whole
gonna
situation is not good. I hope it never had happened, obviously, because it's not a good situation for anybody.
Okay, I'm just gonna call her Kermit and Friends.
Danny from LA, because I can't believe how drunk he is. He almost hit that one guy on the phone until that girl walked up and talked shit in his face. Ask him about that.
Okay, does that ring a bell? Thank you, Wendy. Does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with. I mean, we're talking about something else. But yeah, Danny from LA, he's a good guy.
Okay,
he got in a fight.
Yeah,
in my RV.
Yeah, people are getting very wasted and fighting. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Not me.
Number one, I don't completely believe him because so far he seems to be very good at walking, but avoiding eye contact with anybody. Also, I don't know what the RV communities do for news, but I certainly haven't been living under a rock, and I know about Andy's impulse control problems. Why didn't he do anything to safeguard his people, and certainly safeguard Andy if he was so worried about his revenues? And there again, that's
we did.
It's all about revenues. It's all about content.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did nearly enough. And if there was any suspicion in his mind as far as this AJ and his mental capacity, I would have grabbed the boy by the neck and gotten him out of
Well,
there.
believe me. Now I know. Believe me, there is no chance. Yes.
Media appearance, media outlets he contacted.
Oh, did he contact the media? That's a good question.
No.
Thank you, Peter. Okay,
No,
yeah.
the media contacted me. Hello?
Okay, who called you? Who called you?
TMC called me.
How did they get your number?
I don't know. I guess somebody gave it to them. My number's kind of public. People were probably contacting them, I think, and they gave me my number. They called me. They asked for the location of the place where this was happening, and I said I'm not going to leak the place. That's about it. I asked them if they're going to use my video, if they're going to put my name in there, which maybe I shouldn't have, but that's it.
And are you?
I did not ask for any money though. I did not ask for any of the. I was contacted by 5 or 6 news networks. I'd never asked for any money for using the video from my channel.
So I just got one of your viewers saying Danny gave the TMZ number to Captain.
Right.
said that. What is that about?
Yeah, Danny did text me about TMC being contacted, and he asked me if he could give my number to them. I said, yeah, sure. And I guess that's how they got it, how they called me.
Okay.
But I did not contact them personally. I did not get out of my way to contact any news sources to spread this. No, I did not make any calls. In any case, people were calling me and asking me questions.
Okay, so you're still close with Andy?
I have not talked to him since that situation. I would like to. I'm in a difficult situation because this is between 2 people. You know, Andy. I mean, I wouldn't say I consider him a friend, but I was enjoying hanging out with him. It was fun. And I was kind of, excited to maybe create some sort of relationship. But now this happens with another one of my friends, and I'm in a very difficult position.
It is.
Because
I've been in your position before. What? No. Nobody call me a stuttering John. That's never funny ever. So don't do that.
I'm in a very difficult position because if I kind of like try to approach Andy, people are going to be like, wow, dude, this guy, allegedly sexually assaulted / molested, whatever, one of your friends, and you're still trying to like leech off him or, be his buddy, make content, all this shit. So I think right now, best decision for me is just to like kind of like just let it cool down. Listen, JJ was staying in my place, and he can still stay there. I'm not going to tell him to leave because of this, because I think that wouldn't be right either.
Andy ever got out of jail yet? And do you know where Andy's going to end up living or going?
Yes, Wendy. He is out of jail. Just hold on one second. Yes, Kermit and Friends. Is that going to help you?
Hey, Lisa, is Cappy still on?
Yeah, Cappy's on.
Yeah. Who is this?
Yeah, well, and I watched a lot of this, and they did not set Andy up. And when you think about it, it makes no sense. I mean, these guys make donations when Andy is there.
Exactly.
Okay? When he's on that RV, that's when they make their donations, and it would make no sense.
So did they not collect any donations before Andy arrived on the RV? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, we did. No, believe me, I made thousands of dollars from my streaming career before ever meeting Andy.
One at a time. Wait, John. So what are you saying? You're saying that Cappy makes more money when Andy's on the RV. So it makes sense. It makes sense that he would want. Yeah, he agrees. That's what he said. So he makes more money when.
It makes no sense that they would set him up to get arrested, because then he's off the RV. He won't be coming back to. I watched a lot of that, and I think Andy is just being Andy, and he's drinking, and JJ, took what he did the wrong way, and that, like, Kathy said before.
So you think JJ's really freaked out by what happened?
Yes, I watched a lot of it, and he was really upset. You could tell the guy was, just really upset. Gucci's was upset, at what happened, and it's just bad behavior. And the guy I have the biggest problem with is Casey, because Casey's making money off of all these people.
How is he making money off Cappy? I don't understand how he's making money off Cappy. That doesn't make sense.
He sells them RVs. I don't know if he gets a cut of their donations or what, but he facilitates.
No, Casey does not.
And as soon as Andy got arrested, he bails him out, sets Chicken Andy up with a new.
Did you just say Chicken?
Yeah, Chicken Andy. That's who Andy is with now.
Who the heck is that?
Man, Eliza, you got to get in the loop.
But Casey, that's the guy I have the biggest problem with, because he knows Andy is dying of this, and he's just
dying of what?
Of alcoholism. He ain't gonna make it much longer doing this shit every day. I mean, he's not a young guy. They're just using him up, and Casey's the one that facilitates most of it. He bailed him out, got Chicken and RV, and stuck Andy in there, and they're right back to doing what they're doing.
But I don't understand how he's making money off these people. That doesn't make sense to me, because Captain is making the money from his YouTube stream, and then whoever has a YouTube stream,
After you answer that, does Casey make money off of all
Sure.
this?
No, no,
That's a
no.
great question. Thank you.
Casey already he's well off financially. His interest is not he's not financial. He does this for I don't know what you could call it, philanthropic, his own entertainment. He enjoys being a part of this streaming community and facilitating organizing, just managing different aspects of, events, streaming, just getting shit together. And he does it for his own, or just for, I don't know, honestly, I don't know, except because he likes it for one reason or another. He enjoys it, but he doesn't, I don't think financially he gets much out of it. I think maybe sometimes he breaks even. For example, he buys an RV and he lets a streamer take it and put a bunch of other streamers in there, and then perhaps he gets a cut of whatever they're making on the stream at the RV, just to pay for the RV. Though he's not trying to make money on this.
All right. Okay. So now, like, who is in your RV right now?
We got JJ and Jessica are staying in there.
Okay.
We might have a couple new guests today. We'll see. Things are getting a little quiet in there. You got to spice it up.
Yeah. So are you going to be streaming today? Is this an everyday thing?
Yeah, it's like a little like, for example, it's like 24-hour broadcast for the most. Sometimes it cuts, but that's how it is. It's kind of like Big Brother, you could say, in an RV, perhaps.
All right. I mean, it sounds okay to me. I'm out of it. I feel similar to you in that I just can't. I don't know if I can handle Andy right now. I mean, he's a lot
Right.
to handle, and you start to get blamed for things. Like when he was staying with me, he accused me multiple times of stealing his phone, and then he would tell people that I
No.
stole his phone.
In any case, I think we could agree that Andy's got a little tendency of, subtracting items from people, perhaps. I don't know. Recently, yesterday, JJ was playing with a knife in my RV, and I told him, "Yo, where do you get that from?" And he tells me, "Andy Dick pulled it on me. It wasn't his RV, right?" In case I mean, dude, that's my knife. Like Andy Dick was staying in my RV for a couple of days in the back. And I guess he took one of my possessions from me and took it away, And there's a very important also, I've noticed that Andy has this tendency of like taking like signs. Like, for example, they were at a park, right? And he took the sign about like warning about mountain lions, and he fixates on like informative text signs. And there's like a very important document that disappeared that I'm really sure I didn't lose. It was right in the back of my room. And I don't want to make accusations, but I'm really suspicious, man. And it's a very important document that I lost. And I'm like,
Wait, you think he stole like some kind of tax document or something?
I'm not going to say, but I'm a little suspicious, unfortunately, because I've seen this guy have a little bit of a long finger issue. Yeah.
So
what can I say?
Would you welcome him back, Cappy? Cappy?
Yeah.
Would you welcome him back? Even after he stole that important document, stole street signs, knives.
All in all, do you think that it would be immoral for me to do that, to welcome him back?
I mean, I've gone through the same exact thing. I've gone through the same exact thoughts as you. I actually locked up my tax documents when he stayed there. So,
exactly. Dude, he totally stole my fucking birth certificate. Not birth, but my American, whatever. It's a very important $500 document that I have to pay if I want to get it back. And it might be a super big hassle now because it puts me in a lot of setbacks regarding getting my passport in straight and a lot of shit. And I should have hidden it better, but I'm a fucking dumbass. But I'm telling you, who else? I don't know. But I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, you're right. I noticed like he took like silverware and like cups from like the restaurants and shit like that, and the signs. The fact that I think he might have taken that document is because he likes taking like signs, like text, think with text on them.
Yeah.
Right. I hope it got destroyed because somebody could steal my identity with that document. Literally, they could fucking go and this, I mean, maybe, I'm not sure how much they can, but it's got my social security number in it. It's got shit that is very important. And in this country, you could really get in trouble if somebody gets that information, the wrong person. So.
Trust me, nobody wants your identity. Let's just take some questions. First question.
What the fuck?
Wendy, question for Captain Content.
That's rude.
It's nice meeting you, sir. A question. Do you think
Hey,
you will
Wendy.
ever allow Andy Dick back in your RSB?
Good question, Wendy.
question.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I mean, Andy is very entertaining and people love to see him around, but there's also like some problems, because sometimes, maybe with being a little too touchy with people and people getting uncomfortable. So I don't know. What do you think I should do? You think I should let him back or not?
I think you should let Andy back in because Andy has nowhere to go, and he should have never left Wappy. But Wappy did the best he could with him.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, okay? Thank you so much.
That is so sweet,
But
Wendy.
I really do feel bad about the inappropriate touching with Nugget Sonic.
Chicken
You feel
nugget?
bad?
Wait, I think she's getting chicken nugget confused with Sonic.
Right. Chicken nugget.
Those are two different people, Wendy. So there's a guy named Chicken and there's a guy named Sonic, and they both accused Andy of, yeah. So there's guy Chicken. You might like Chicken based on his name. But so there's two guys, and I just hope there's no more young guys coming into the RV, because obviously that's somebody's weakness, right? So that's a weakness. That's Andy's type.
Exactly. If he listen, if he ever comes back to believe me, fool me once, fool me twice, but it's not going to be a third time where there's going to be like a potential risk of this happening at all. Believe me, it's not going to happen again. Okay. And after Sonic happened, I should have taken better measures, but we were, everything was like, okay, it was some clips and people are kind of laughing it out and whatever. But this time it was something that it ended up getting really serious. And, I just wish it wouldn't, but what can I say?
Yeah. So do these people confide in you? Like, JJ and Sonic, do they seem like really upset? This is interesting perspective, because usually it's a woman with the Me Too movement, but this is men. So, are they confiding in you? Are they crying? Do they seem like they're upset?
So let's start with Sonic, I guess. Man, this truck keeps chasing me around. God damn it. With Sonic, when he woke up to the situation, he was pissed, right? He was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do that. I'm passed out. You can't touch me like that. For your fucking F word, he was mad. But after the fact, it was like, okay, nothing, he wasn't that mad after it. He said, man, it's fucked up, but it happened. And I guess he moved on.
Wait, you're talking about Sonic right now? He moved on.
I'm talking about Sonic the first time. You're right. With JJ, JJ has a very peculiar personality. So, it's kind of hard to say because he's kind of a quiet guy. He doesn't talk too much, but sometimes he talks kind of mysteriously. He's got a very peculiar personality, so it's very hard to tell how he feels about things.
Question: if you do let Andy back with you, do you think that you're going to try and talk Andy some sense into seeing a doctor or getting a little help?
Help? What sort of help? Like rehab, like professional, like what sort of help?
Like professional help where he knows not to touch people in the wrong places and stuff?
Right. I mean, I'm not sure about professional, but I would definitely try to be a little more proactive into, just being more proactive into setting up like a dynamic where this is considered inappropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just want to double ask you.
But Wendy, the thing is that, Andy's cuddling with these guys. He's like kissing them and they seem cool with it. They don't, because you could just walk away. I don't understand why they don't just walk away from him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and they do, but we're talking about two situations in which these guys were like allegedly, and for Sonic, I know for sure, like unconsciously drunk, so they can't really walk away in that
So these
situation.
people are getting so wasted in this RV that they cannot walk.
Some do. I mean, I wouldn't say that's, but it gets late, maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. They are already tired and sleepy, and the combination between that and large intakes of alcohol. Yeah, I mean, some people drink a lot in my RV. Not
So
me.
you don't drink.
Not
So
me, but
you're sober when everybody else is drunk and doing drugs. Like, what kind of drugs are
most
they
of the time,
doing?
no, they don't do drugs. They smoke marijuana. I do not allow people to do hard drugs on my
It was even
stream.
published, though, Cappy. It was even published that, according to I think TMZ and the Daily
Yeah.
Mail Raider Online, that there was a bag of coke in the RV, and
Yeah, that's not my RV. That's somebody. I'm not going to say who, but that never happened in my trailer. That's misinformation.
Okay, so it's misinformation. There was no
Yes.
drugs in the trailer. Okay, let's ask.
There was never a bag of cocaine in my RV.
Cappy.
There's been bags of cocaine in other RVs.
Cappy, I have to push back a little bit because I saw you
Yes,
give
sir.
Andy Dick's old bag of cocaine to Gucci's and she stuck her finger in it and put it in her mouth, and you were encouraging that.
Right. I did not know about the existence of this, but we did find a little glass, receptacle with, debris. Like there was nothing in there.
Right, but
And
that's
yeah,
cocaine in your
Gucci
RV.
took it. Right.
So you can't say there's
Okay.
not cocaine in your RV when I saw it on stream.
Well, I mean, there was nothing in there really. Maybe there was like a microgram, like a speck. I cannot really. I'm not gonna open people's bags to scan for whatever. But I do tell them many times. I hope you're not bringing anything illegal in my RV because I would toss it out. Okay.
I do have a
don't
question
want-
for you.
I don't want any illegal substances in my trailer, and I always say this. And if
Now,
I
listen,
find them,
here's my
find them,
problem,
which
Cappy.
I've never have so far, thankfully, until this was the first case where I found some linkage or evidence to it, and it was a little crystal, whatever, I don't know what you call it. I think it used to maybe store marijuana normally, very small, and it had a little debris of it's.
Here's my problem, Cappy.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a problem, or how come you don't have a problem reintroducing people into this Andy situation when you know that he's prone to do this? Like JJ's situation
Yes.
could have been completely avoided, completely. And I know
agree.
it wasn't on your RV, but you're
I
the
agree.
guy that everybody's coming
That's
around.
what I said. That's what I told Casey, dude. This is like the fucking last time. Like this happened. Believe me, if we keep doing this, I'm not, like next time I'm gonna. And I'm sorry. I'm a human, man. Like I tried. Jessica tried to get JJ out of there. I texted him. I asked him, "Are you gonna come back to the RV?" He said yes. That's when I went to bed, and then I woke up to that shit, and then I realized, dude, I really, really need to be like very like I need to take care of this myself, because if not, it's going to be a problem. Because motherfuckers, it's a situation that has repeated itself twice, and as I said, fool me once, fool me twice. It wouldn't. I mean, if it was under my responsibility, I think it's pretty obvious now that I would be very stupid to be around a situation where this happens again.
But
third
letting him on
time.
the RV again, you can't
Yeah.
babysit Andy 24 hours a day. So letting him on again is a absolute liability to anybody that's there, and it's your responsibility to make sure people on your RV are safe. It's your responsibility.
Sure. Well, maybe that's a conversation that is yeah, it's reasonable to have. Should I ever allow him back knowing this? Yeah,
Because
I
it's for
mean,
monetary gain. The only reason you're having Andy on is because you get more donations. So it sounds
Yeah.
to me like it's worth people being touched as long as you can make money. That's how it looks.
obviously not. No, it's not.
That's-
It's not at
that's
all.
how it
And that's
looks
why we
to me.
haven't that's why we haven't this conversation, obviously, because if if it's a necessity that he is not there to prevent this kind of situations, then that's what is going to be done. But as I
Yeah.
said, right, I mean, he's in an RV right now with other streamers. That is not mine. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to assess that situation. But I'm just saying, perhaps there's other solutions. This can be done without him inappropriately touching people,
But it
without
still
him
sounds
just
like
having
you're
not to be there.
willing. It still
Yes.
sounds like you're willing to have that risk just so that you can make extra money from people streaming. And to me, that's like kind
Right.
of dirty. And I've heard a lot of
I
things.
understand that. I understand you. I understand that. That's a valid point. Well, I mean, I would try to be as careful as I can. You know, what do you suggest, that Andy be isolated from any
I'm telling
young
you what I
man?
would do if Andy.
Yes, sir.
If Andy did this to Sonic on my RV, and then
Yeah.
obviously it wasn't your RV with the JJ thing, I would say, okay, let's have a policy where Andy's not allowed on here unless he's allowed for an hour, and I'm supervising him the entire time. Otherwise, it just looks like you're fucking using Andy so that you can get money. And if anything happens, it happens.
I think that might be a little excessive. I understand why you're. I understand your point, but I mean, I think maybe there's other ways to deal with it. You know, maybe talking to him, maybe just like having him sleep by himself. Not maybe if he
But
gets
what
too
about when
close
you're
to like a
sleeping?
guy.
What about when
What?
you're sleeping? You can't supervise him when you're asleep. What if something happens when you're asleep and Andy does something? You can't supervise him 24 hours a day, Cappy.
Well, then, fuck, I don't know. He's a fucking 56-year-old guy, and everybody's a consenting adult. Why is it my fault that motherfuckers are groping each other in their fucking sleep?
It's not your fault, but you're providing the place for it. You're providing
it's in
that
my RV.
situation.
Right. I get that. It's in my RV, and I guess in a way, it should be my responsibility. So I mean, you do have a point. What can I say? Maybe it's the best
I'm not
idea for
against
him not
you.
to be
I'm
there.
just telling you how people feel,
Yes.
and I've been following it. I watch you a lot. I've been
Right,
following
I
this.
appreciate it. No, I think you're bringing up pretty fair points here. Yeah. That being said, obviously, I can't monitor everything, and I understand that whatever happens in my RV, in a way, unfortunately, is my responsibility. But I mean, people have to be a little bit responsible for themselves too, right? I don't know.
Do you care what people think?
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, depends who. Like, people. I mean, what I do streaming, I deal with, a lot of backlash from people already. So I think I'm pretty good at like not caring about what people think. But I do. I think in the situations which is when it's needed, I think I do. I don't know.
Because there's so many people coming at you right now. I see that, and they all have a very strong opinion either way.
Yeah.
So either the opinion
I'm used to that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fine with that, like what Wheezy was saying.
Right. I think Weezy had a pretty fair points, and he even said that he watches and he's not like totally against me, but yeah, I understand why it's kind of like conflictive, and sometimes it's not easy to make like the morally right decision. Right? Yeah, you want to have Andy here because you're gonna have more viewers and more donations, but then you're risking this happening, and how are you gonna control it? Yeah, I get it. That's fair. I understand
I
that.
think there's something really beautiful about just admitting to something. Like Weezy came on here and he said, just say it. Like, you're just using the guy for money to make money. I mean, there's no way that you like him when he.
I mean, I like him. Yeah, I think he's cool. I mean,
Captain, listen,
yes.
he stole
Yes.
your birth certificate
Right.
out of your RV that you own. He stole.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So how you cannot like someone
Well,
that
I
stole
mean,
your birth certificate that you can't trust? You trust him?
right? No, obviously. I mean, he steals from you, and you fucking fiance him, so you're being a hypocrite.
Well, he's not here right now because
Right.
of
Well, he's not here right now either. Okay, but you still fucking talk so much about how you're in love with him and all this shit when you shouldn't. So I guess we're in the same boat. I don't
Are
know.
you in love with Andy?
No, I'm not, but you're accusing me kind of like being hypocritical because you're saying I should not be allowed to like him because he does all these bad things, but it seems like you also like him when he does a lot of bad things.
That's why it's so hard.
Right. Okay.
It's hard. Okay, so let's take a question. I have a caller, Kermit and Friends.
Picking up that Cappy, in his own way, is trying to him and haw and justify his way to have Andy come back. Among the other things he said is it's not easy to make a moral decision. Nonsense.
Right.
Andy needs to be supervised constantly around other people. And if you're not willing to do that, and you invite him back into your community, you're part of the problem, and you would be seen as a predator, and I'm quite sure that would come as a shock to you.
All right.
Interesting insight. Wait,
Interesting.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
still there,
well,
Peter? Wait, Peter,
that's-
Peter. So you think? Wait, repeat the last part of that.
If you are that blind or unwilling
Yes.
to see that he needs constant supervision about other people, that he has zero impulse control, he is part of the problem, and then he is going to be shocked when all of a sudden people see him as a predator. He's been looking for ways to bring Andy back. He's been hemming and hawing, and he deflected from what Wheezy was trying to say. He's trying, because he knows, oh, I'm better off making money with Andy. He's trying to justify it, Elisa, and he's trying to find a way. And when he finds that way, all this nonsense is going to start all over again.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, valid point.
Great point.
So I'm not sure though. Like this guy says that Andy needs like constant 24-hour.
I'm saying that
supervision.
too. I'm saying that too.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know about that, but I mean, if that were true, then obviously I don't know if I can provide 24-hour supervision. I would need somebody to like switch with me because somebody's got to sleep at certain points, right? I don't know. There's got to be like a team of people here like supervising him if it's going to be a 24-hour thing.
Cappy, that's what I said was actually great about the live streaming, is that we can supervise him
right
24/7. So actually that is a good part. That is a good part. Yeah, so people have great points. I mean, nobody's perfect here. We all are flawed, and yeah, I mean, I can see what everybody's saying, and so that's fine. Just getting another caller, Kermit and Friends.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Who is this?
Oh, I love the show. This is Frankie.
Oh, hey, Frankie. Thanks for calling in. What's your opinion on Cappy?
Oh, Cappy, I love Cappy. I wish you would wear those little short shorts a little bit more. I mean, those were kind of sexy.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I got a quick joke for you. Are you up for a joke? Just a quick knock-knock?
Who is it? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Clash.
Clash who?
Clash with Bow. Thanks for showing me.
Oh, God, that's so annoying.
Let's go!
All right. So let's take a little break right now, okay? Actually, we have another caller. Kermit and Friends.
Yes, this is Kenneth from Texas.
Hey, Kenneth. Thanks for calling in.
My take as far as this whole Andy situation is if you allow him in, you got to make sure all valuables are hidden. And you have to make sure you set some ground rules and be firm on those rules.
Oh, no, you can't make any rules for him. Just trust me. That's impossible, Kenneth. That's very nice that you think that he could follow a rule. But
What about a stock collar? Oh.
Yeah, well, I originally said he should be in a chicken coop. All these are good ideas. We just want him to be safe. And, Cappy, I'm not against you at all. I'm just getting all the sides, okay? You realize that?
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just getting everybody's side. It's interesting.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, everybody has a different opinion. What's next for you? What's the plan for you? What do you want to be happening in your life?
Well, I got some plans for the future. Right now, I'm still doing the, the RV 24-hour camera Big Brother experience where I just bring people into a small space and they just like interact with each other and with the audience. It works pretty well.
So this is a strong living. It's pretty easy, right? Because it's just, you're just basically living your life. You're filming it. You're living your life.
Yeah.
You're inviting random people on your RV. You're making sometimes thousands a day doing that.
That's a little high, but some days it's good. Yeah, on a good day, I'll make like $500.
So do you share that money with people, the $500?
Well, I'll provide, amenities. Yeah, I'll pay for, if we're traveling. the gas is very expensive nowadays. You know, I have a certain amount of expenses. I think, I think, you know, I got good profits, but you know, I mean, I have to spend a decent amount of what I make just to keep the show running.
Okay. So these people just go on there for fun, it sounds like.
Some of them stream themselves. A lot of them bring their own streams. They start them. They gain subscribers, viewers, and their own donations, and that's how they, you know, sustain themselves during the trips. You know, I don't forbid people from having their own broadcast, their own channels going on in there, and a lot of people have gained. You know, have become streamers thanks to, you know, being a part of my RV. You know, it's a good way for a lot of people to kickstart. If anybody's watching right now, by the way, that might be interested in becoming a streamer, joining the community, just hit me up because we're always looking for new faces, you know?
Let's ask Wendy. Wendy, would you want to live in an RV?
Yeah, Wendy, come over.
Yeah, she'd be great on the RV.
She'd be awesome. I would love her to be. Yep.
And she's a lot more low maintenance than Andy.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she's a walk in the park compared to Andy.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I hope. So you see doing this long term. You see like an umbrella with other live streamers where they have RVs, and then it's like is that how you see it?
Yeah, I've been doing this for like almost 2 years now with this RV. And so far so good. I'm milking it till it gets dry, I guess. And after that, to the next thing, you know. But I like live streaming. It's a great experience. It's very interactive. You get to like interact with a lot of people on the internet. It's, you know, it's very cool. And if I wasn't doing this with RV, maybe traveling somewhere else, or, you know. But I like streaming. It's cool. And if not that, I love music too. I would love to you know, dig a little bit deeper in like musical projects in the future if I can.
Why don't you collaborate with Wappy? He's so talented.
Yeah, we did play music together. Those 2 days we were jamming. I was playing guitar and bass, and it was very fun. And I'm super down to do it again. I know Wappy's you know, he's not in good terms with me right now because of the whole Andy Dick situation, mainly because he blames me for Andy Dick leaving his place, which I kind of understand, but I mean, I think he should let go a little bit and just be cool about it, because you know, that's what Andy wanted to do. And I mean, so far he's still a free man, right? So
all right.
Yeah,
I hope you guys become friends again.
me too. Me too, but you know, there's still a lot of there's still a lot of negative emotions in there. But you know, time heals everything. I think we'll see.
All right, okay, let's hear a song from Wappy Flanker.
We got a bunch of scary motherfuckers, yeah, bitch, they'll find you. Yeah, they'll come through. Oh no, so many bullet holes, you've been exposed. It shows, we're breaking all your bones, you lost control. Your soul will send you straight to hell, your bloody bones. You know, we'll piss upon your grave for throwing stones. We got a bunch of crazy motherfuckers, yeah, bitch, so fuck you. Yeah, they'll cut you. We got a bunch of hungry motherfuckers, yeah, bitch, they'll hunt you. Yeah, they'll come through. Oh no, so many bullet holes, you've been exposed. It shows, we're breaking all your bones, you lost control. Your soul will send you straight to hell, your bloody bones. You know, we'll piss upon your grave for throwing stones.
Rest in peace, T-Bob.
Everybody welcome Andy Dick.
Hey.
Hey, Andy. Welcome to Kermit and Friends.
Hi.
Hi.
Your show.
Oh, me and Wappy tried to save you and make you happy. The length that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, you did some drugs and you threw up. I'm back in LA. That's you in the RV with a bunch of losers. They're all trying to fuck with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, they gave you drugs, but it's never enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper of every waking hour, you are trying to get my money. But I am keeping an eye on you. Good thing they are always live streaming, so I can watch you try and fuck guys, and you think that I set you up. Consider this, you're the moron of the century. Consider this. You got done on one knee and you failed. What if all of my fantasies come true and I actually married you? I said too much. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try.
Are you kidding me? Is it Lisa? I swear to God. Now what we got there? Are we on fucking camera? Yeah. God damn you! So Lisa can see me. Of course. Fuck you, bitch!
Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. It's Speedy's black son. Hey, real quick, I love you as a brunette. Have you ever gone blonde? You look like Courtney Cox before she screwed her face up. You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I did used to have blonde hair. I did.
You did? Did you?
Yeah.
I would be curious. When was the last time you changed it up a little bit?
A long time ago. Oh. Yeah, I'm just too lazy now to change it, but
I hear you. I think you'll be just fine with any color. You're quite a lovely young lady. I'd like to talk about this Choner Boner. Well, I think it was all a setup with Andy, don't you?
I mean, set up. Yeah, I think they were just going with the flow. I think they were just really going with the flow. That's what happened. They saw an opportunity. He wants to make money. He was honest about that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that Captain said he wants to make money and he doesn't care if Andy is stealing his birth certificate, which is allegedly.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's crazy. So Andy's going to be Cappy?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on, but
well, I hope they don't do a penis check because I know Captain doesn't have that 9.5 incher. Am I right?
Yeah, Andy has a very large penis.
Oh, it's like a huge, giant, big old anaconda.
Yes, yes, it is.
Hey, I love it. I wish he would take more photos of it. It's just
he would if you just ask him. I'm sure he would.
Oh, really? That would be lovely.
Yeah.
I think also Gucci's. Do you know who this young lady Gucci's is? Or
Yeah.
Goo?
Yes, I do.
Goo? I think if you look back at the show, I think she was a little bit jealous because she was getting with JJ, right? And I think she was a little jealous because after they got together is when JJ and Andy started kind of being friendly, and I think it got the ball rolling. Now, did Andy ever use lotion with your butthole?
No, he didn't want anything to do with it. He was not interested in me sexually. That's why it was hard for me to believe that he was like had a violent sexual nature. I still don't believe it because he's very shy and he's very like demure, and he doesn't seem like a violent sexual person to me at all whatsoever. And he's so frail. How could he do that? I just can't see it.
I don't know, a little bit of lotion and a little, a pinky, but if he's sleeping in the same bed, oh, heck, I don't know. I just think everybody should go watch Clash with Bao. He makes things tolerable. He adds value. And I would love to see you two co-host a show. Have you ever thought about co-hosting a show with Clash with Bao?
Well, my co-host here is Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Yeah,
okay,
if that
wrap-up show.
Yeah, he's gonna do the wrap-up show after this show, and he actually needs a co-host. So if that Bao guy, yeah. So what you got to do is you got to watch the wrap-up show after this show with Wheezy. He hosts it, and I believe if I remember correctly, Supertramp is co-hosting it. And then if Bao wants to be Supertramp's co-host on Wheezy's show, yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Hey, is Stern mad at you about the whole wrap-up show thing?
No, he loves it.
He does? Yeah, you think he think, yeah. I think maybe he needs to get involved with Andy Dick, don't you? I think someone like Howard should get involved with Andy Dick.
A lot of high-up people have been calling me about Andy. They still like him. He's just hard to catch. He's in multiple RVs. How are you supposed to catch up with that?
I don't know. It's like, how do you catch up with all of that activity? He's always out and about with the youngins and the kids and the coke and the.
Okay, I'm just getting some private messages in my private chat. This caller is the worst, so I think I got to hang up. But please watch the wrap-up show.
Worst?
Yeah, I heard you're the worst. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were the worst. Yeah.
Can you tell me more about Andy's penis?
It's really big. That's all you need to know.
What about his balls? Are his balls, comparable? Are they bigger than a 9.5-inch penis, or are they smaller? Is it a long sack? Like an older person's sack, or
I did.
Can you just
I did
give us
see
some balls.
His balls are a little flat, but the inside of his butthole is perfect. I once saw it, and it's actually perfect. It's the best butthole I've seen. Actually, I don't think I saw another one. But hold on, let me just get this caller. Kermit and Friends not going to help you. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Who is this?
Andy.
Andy Chicken?
Yes.
You're Chicken Andy?
Is this Alyssa?
Yes. Is this Chicken Andy? Andy's new boyfriend?
On live, dude.
What? Hello. All right, Chicken Andy, just add me on Discord. We'll talk later. You have horrible audio. Horrible. Okay, so we're going to go to the wrap-up show. First, I want to check in with Attila. Attila, any thoughts on what was discussed today?
Well, yeah, I know everyone involved. I met them personally.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
It was a setup. Gucci's has sex with everyone and then cries rape when she regrets it.
Whoa.
I mean, she was threatening us with it.
Really?
Yeah. It's a pattern. It's pretty much a given. You have sex with Gucci's, there's going to be rape allegations.
So what we heard in Wappy's house, what we heard them say that it was a setup, that's true.
They could have been planning it all along.
So do you think they put in Sonic and JJ as a plant?
Well, these things just kind of happen. But Gucci's was there all along when the Sonic thing was happening. Eventually, it seems like she tried to stop it. The next day, she was talking smack on Andy Dick, but a day after she was hanging out with him again, laughing. She's just two-faced.
So what do you think they're trying to get from this? Do you think it's money? Do you think it's notoriety? What do you think is their motive here?
It's hard to say. It's probably just mental illness.
All right. Well, thank you for telling me that. I assumed that. I don't know if you read my my article, but I did say that I believed it was a setup. You know, he's a very vulnerable person, Andy, and it would be easy to set him up the way they did. And, you know, they're calling the police on him. It just doesn't seem right to me. I hate this. I hate this. Kermit and Friends. 1 second, Attila. Kermit and Friends.
Hello?
Yes?
Oh, this is JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Do you want to talk to me personally?
Wait, are you the accuser?
The thing of it is, temporarily, if you'd like to call me that, that's fine. Shut up! Shut up! But I figured I'd call and try to come on and defend myself.
All right, people are saying you're not JJ. Just hold on 1 second. So we need to pre-screen guests. Kermit and Friends, yes?
Yes. How was it a setup? Was it a setup when he was doing that to Sonic? Was it a setup there? Because I don't get it.
That's what Attila just told me, and I believe him.
The same thing to JJ when he did to Sonic. So I don't get it.
So you don't think?
Is it a setup then? Like, come on, people. If he did the same thing to one person, he tried to do it to another person, and he admitted it on video.
Who did? Who admitted it on video? Oh, Andy admitted it.
Andy admitted it.
Okay, all right.
So are you gonna say, oh, it's a setup? Like, where's
it? Could be both.
Saying, oh, we care about Andy. But
it could be both. It could be both.
The person that gave him drugs is the person that bailed him out.
The person that gave him drugs bailed him out. That's right. Oh God. All right. It's too windy. It's too windy. Nobody call me in the wind. All right, Attila. You know, this is just a lot of information to process. Like, there's so many sides. Everybody's calling. I don't know.
It is. JJ was cuddling with Andy the night before and the morning after. Everything was good until something happened. Some people think it's Gucci. Some people think it's just his Discord friends calling him out. And then they press charges. Also, there was unconsensual sex between Gucci's and JJ the night of. And that was caught on camera. She gave him a blowjob while she was passed out. And then she bragged about liking to stick a finger in guys' ass while she's giving them a blowjob.
Ew. What? That's disgusting. Okay. So Attila, that's great information. After the show, they're going to dive deeper into what you're saying on the wrap-up show. They're going to talk about you and Captain and Andy and that Gucci's person and everybody involved. Weezy, who's going to be your co-host? Can Attila or one of these people be your? Oh, actually, no. It's Supertramp, right?
Yeah, Supertramp has stepped up after our failed contest. I was just like, I don't need one, and then
why did our contest fail? You were supposed to have a contest on Friday. I was looking forward to it, where people compete to be the Kermit and Friends wrap-up show co-host, and the only thing they need to do is know Kermit and Friends trivia. So if there's a trivia, like for instance, like who accused Andy of sexual assault? That could be a trivia question. If they can answer those questions, they could be the wrap-up show co-host, and it could be anybody. So everybody should try. But why are you not having that contest?
Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, 4 people were interested in the co-host position, and as I announced it, 2 of them got very angry and cut out of it. The third one was just doing it because Meat Truck Mike just wanted to be the co-host so he could fuck with Johnny B. Johnny B said he was out if there's a contest. Peter not only was out, he left the Discord and blocked me on Twitter because of the contest. What? And then Gothy, the only other person that showed interest, won't even reply to me. And so I just said, enough is enough. Plus I was like throwing up all the day before, and I was like, I'm not, So that's why. But Supertramp stepped up like a great person, and so he will be. But I invite everybody to come up. Anybody that wants to come up, they can come up.
Like Attila, like Cappy, like Wappy. everybody from here. There's so many people calling me today. It's just like a lot.
You've handled it so great. I mean,
Really?
wow. I would have lost my patience like halfway through that. You're
You
great at this.
would've?
Oh yeah,
thanks.
those callers. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, they're rough. They're rough. But okay, so I'm putting the link to the Discord server in here so people can add us on Discord, and then after that, we're gonna put the link to the wrap-up show with Wheezy and Supertramp in there, and you guys can join, and you could go on camera like Attila and everybody else that has an opinion. Like, we need to dive into these opinions. You know, I know I picked a side. I'm on Team Andy. He was my fiance. I have to be.
What I think about it is this: if you know that Andy is prone to do weird things, don't let him on the RV. And also, if you're making out with Andy on the phone with you and kissing him and touching him and hugging him, it's not a very safe place to be if you are not consenting to whatever might happen. Now, I'm not suggesting one thing happened or the other, but when I first heard it, I was like, oh my God, again, Andy did this. But then as the rumblings occur, and then after you talked about the FaceTime video, it's some murky waters that I just don't know. And so I'm very disappointed in Andy for a lot of reasons anyway, but I don't know if it was fair to have him put in jail for who knows what, So that's how I feel about it.
I didn't think he should have been in jail. But unfortunately he did. So, but he's out now, and we just wish him the best. So join Wheezy and Supertramp. Do you know anybody else that'll be on? Do you have anybody else?
I'm sure Harry Brogan will be up. We very much like him. And then Kenneth probably will be up. And yeah, just some of the
Wendy,
usual
it's Wendy's birthday. She should go
I know.
up.
I would love her to come up. Yes, Wendy. Happy birthday, Wendy. We all love you very much.
Exactly. Happy birthday, Wendy. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It was a great show. A lot of information here. Process it before next week, and I'll see you next week on Kermit and Friends.
Trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun, cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun. Pop the trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun, cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun. Bust a whole clip on ya. You know I really got a feeling I have to bust a whole clip on ya. It's just a matter of time now. Just a couple more rounds and I'll be taking your life now. Pop the trunk, load the guns on